Hello, it's me, Nancy, today. Um, you know, it's amazing how used to things we get. We're very used to things being the way they are. And it's very quickly that it has been this way. Having the internet. In most people's lives, it was a very long time ago. But for us older folk, it wasn't that long ago that we got the internet in the house. It was, I guess, 15 years ago. No, we've been here 23 years ago, maybe. But that was back when I was busy raising my kids and doing all the stay-at-home mom stuff. And so in my time of doing that, it was the same as your time of doing that. If you are a stay-at-home mom doing that. But we didn't have the internet. I didn't need the internet. I was pretty busy taking care of my kids. I don't know what I did, but I know I didn't do anything else. I didn't sit down much. I remember my sister asking me something about why I never sit down. I said, if I sit down, I'll rust. And it happened. That was a prophecy, and it came true. I sat down. I drove to Georgia so many times and sat for 4 days in a row, or 2 or whatever, a long time. And you sit down, you'll rust. That happens. Be careful. I just love looking out these windows. This is so cool watching. There's nothing happening right now, right? Nothing at all. But wait, look, a bird. Oh, movement, another bird. Look, another bird. You can look at it and think, nothing's happening. But if you open the door and you smell it, right now, when I'm looking at that, all I have is visual, right? That's the only sense that's involved, visual. Our six senses are six, I say. Our six senses are very important. Visual. But if all we have is visual, we're just looking at the birds and the trees. But when we open the door, we add to that the smell of fresh snow, the smell of winter in a pine forest, balsam. Anyway, when you open the door, you add the second sense, which is smell. And then when you go outside, or when it's on your face, you feel the third sensation, which is the feel of this temperature, this place right now, whatever it feels like, cold or warm or whatever, sun on you or dreary. So now you've got your eyes, so you need your ears, right? Because you've got your eyes and your nose and your touch. So now you need your, which one? Your ears. So now you go out there and you listen. And oh my gosh, it adds such a dimension to a picture. You're just looking at the window, and although you don't think of it that way, it's just like a picture. It is as interactive with you as a picture, unless something is happening, right? Like there's birds and things happening. But you can't smell a video. I can tell you about it. You can imagine the smell of the video. That would be your sixth sense, right? Which is anything higher order or creativity and imagination and revelation and the Holy Spirit. All those things are in that. There we go. That's the sixth sense. Okay, so did we do them all? We've got our ears. We hear the sound outside. We see it. We feel it. We smell it. Taste. We have to taste it. So you open your mouth. Whenever you get emotional, I was watching this thing on Lie to Me. He was saying that you can tell when somebody's emotional because they talk with their mouth open, or they just have their mouth open. Like when I'm just like this, what am I feeling? But if I'm like this, now what am I feeling? It's all those emotions that are possible. That was fun. Was that fun? Hi, Nanny. Nice to see you again. Oh, and all of you are in there. I'm talking to her. Nanny, hi. Did you make yourself look decent today? Did you do it? Yep, look at you. You're okay. Hey, I like your hair, except this side, it's kind of sticking out a little bit. It's not the same, but I don't like that. I do like this. This is what happens every time. It'll stick out a bit, and then the long part will look good. And then the other side that doesn't stick out a bit won't look as good. And you can't make this longer. And I think that they are the same length. Oh, if this is shorter, if anything. Yeah, anyway, it's like there's no hair in here. I don't know, but it's the same length. Anyway, so I was just saying I like your hair. Wonder what you did to your tooth. Oh well, guess we'll find out one day. When the roll is called up yonder, when the roll is called up yonder. Anyway, whatever that song is, that's not exactly the song. But one day we'll know everything. We will know as we are known, and see as we are seen. Can you imagine? To know as we are known? That's a lot. And to see as we are seen. Sometimes I think it would be neat to see what God sees, like to have his viewpoint. Sometimes I try and imagine the whole thing from his viewpoint. Here we are on the earth, doing our thing. My turn on earth. My turn on earth. How am I doing with my turn on earth? How are you doing with your turn on earth? My turn on earth. What have I done with my turn on earth? Well, I've had experiences. When I was a child, I developed friendships. I had interactions and developed emotionally, and finally really developed emotionally by about teenage years, right? And I had children. I gave birth to 5 children and 6 children, and I had 7 miscarriages. Anyway, there were 12. So 5 kids and 7 miscarriages, or 6 miscarriages and 6 kids. That's 12. That would be the right number. Never thought about 6 and 6 before. Anyway, I did that with my life. I had children, and I raised them, and they've all turned out really well. They're all really nice people, really kind and gentle. It's interesting, the nicest ones are like Willem, and then there's the ones like me. So I don't really take complete credit for raising my children, because he had a lot of influence on them. His calm and gentle spirit. I was always kind of, I don't know. I've kind of been laid back. But things got to me and I was not laid back. I think I reached my breaking point. I mean, not like where I was out of control, but it was as much as I could take, raising children, because I couldn't handle a lot of it. That's interesting. I did handle it. I did well. I was a nice mother, but I was not who I am now. I was not kind and gentle and patient and loving. Yes, I was. Anyway, but there was more bumps in the road. I guess because when you push to your limit, you explode. I don't know how much exploding I did. I think in my first marriage I exploded a lot. When I didn't think I exploded at all back then. Oh well. So this is life. Such is life. Life is nice. I'm glad every day can be whatever it is. Whatever you want it to be. You can do with the day what you want. I might go over there and weave a little bit. My daughter and son-in-law are downstairs. I don't know if they're up yet. I could go see them if they're up. I could invite my daughter to come up here. That would be more fun. It's warmer up here than it is down there. And my chair is more comfortable. Let's put my legs up. Hey, I think Willem's up. Are you up, Willem? Hey, Willem, are you up? Nope. That would be a no. I guess I've been talking for a while. Has this been an okay conversation? Some people's conversations are a lot of editing. There's a lot of segments put in together. Would that be better? Should I do that with my videos? I like them both ways. So then I end up with both kinds. And how would you differentiate? If you want an edited, concise version, would you just put that in the title? Edited, concise television type video. You know, you only see one view for about 4 seconds in a TV thing. So 4 seconds, I should turn the camera. All this new stimuli you can have. Oh, I had to get ready to sneeze. You know, I just thought of a goldfish store, a store where you go in and buy your fish, or it was a fish store, or just a regular store. I used to buy fish. I used to be able to buy 20 fish and have them in my little pond to eat the mosquitoes, but they didn't survive the winter, and so now the pet store will not sell you goldfish. You have to stay very, very low on the food chain before you're allowed to feed it to each other, right? Like, I guess you can buy grubs for chickens, maybe. I don't know. It's interesting to see what goes on in the world, don't you think? It's just interesting to see what's out there happening. It's really interesting to just see what's out here happening in the woods. You know, if I knew all about these woods, I would be pretty smart. There is so much going on around every tree and up in every tree. Who sits on his branches? Does the same bird sit on this branch and the other same bird sit on that branch? So does a chickadee have a certain flight path? That's interesting. I bet they do. So you could get to know two different birds by watching where they land. Right? I think I better get on this. Okay, bye.